Hello and welcome to another installment of Mohamed Marzooqi Advocacy and Consultancy. In today's video, I'd like to discuss the enforceability of foreign judgments and orders in the courts of the United Arab Emirates. Two separate court regimes apply in the UAE Federal System and the Dubai International Financial Centre courts. For the purposes of today's video, we will only cover the federal court system. Now, whether a foreign judgment or order is enforceable or not depends on a number of factors, in particular the nature of the judgment, the subject matter of the underlying dispute, the identity and domicile of the parties involved, the location of relevant assets, whether or not the country in which the judgment was issued has entered into a judicial recognition treaty with the United Arab Emirates, and whether there is credible assertion that the enforcement of the judgment would be contrary to the public policy. The conditions for the enforcement of foreign judgments in the UAE are set out in Article 235 of the UAE Civil Procedures Law. Section 2A of Article 235 states that the state's courts are not authorized to examine the litigation in which the decisions or the order has been delivered, and that the foreign courts which have delivered it are authorized to do so according to international rules of the judicial jurisdiction decided in their law. B. That the decisions or the order has been delivered from an authorized court according to the law of the country in which this has been issued. C. That the litigant parties in the action in which the foreign decision has been delivered have been assigned to attend and have properly been represented, that the decision or the order has acquired the power of the decided order according to the law of the court which delivered it. And finally, E. That it does not conflict with a judgment or order previously issued by a court in the United Arab Emirates, and it contains nothing in breach of public morals or order in the UAE. So for a foreign order to be enforced in a UAE court, all of these conditions must be met. Failure to meet any of these conditions and the court will not enforce the order. However, there is an exception to this, and that is where there is an existing bilateral agreement in place. Article 238 of the UAE Civil Procedures Law clarifies this and says the following: the rules stipulated in the preceding clauses shall not breach the rules of the agreement between the state and other countries in respect. So in conclusion, a number of conditions must be met before judgments can be enforced in courts, and the enforcement process is fairly complex, particularly in the absence of a judicial treaty between the UAE and a state from which the relevant judgment originates from. This message was brought to you by Mohamed Marzooqi Advocacy and Consultancy. Thank you for viewing.